is a Rivalry Week edition of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson.
Dante Moore snapping back to throw. Steps up, throws toward the end zone. Sadiq's got it for the touchdown.
Brought to you by Roto-Rooter, the experts in plumbing, drains, and water cleanup. Oregon versus Oregon State.
We don't need any extra motivation to come in and want to move your ass.
It's Rivalry Week on the Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM, 1080 AM, and the Odyssey app.
Hey, hey, hey! Happy Friday, all you beautiful radio listeners. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your afternoon. Before we get to anything, let's check in with the most important man, Jeff Rust. What's going on?
Hey, it's Civil War week.
No, it's Rivalry Week.
I don't care.
Yes, you do.
Stop it.
You stop it.
You stop
This
it.
is Rivalry Week. There are two rivalries. I listened to part of the firm today. How much Oregon State did y'all talk?
I don't want to talk about it.
No? Well, how many...
Look, I'm not the host. I don't write the show. I sit over here and I push buttons.
I didn't say you did, but I wore the shirt of my rivalry today, and it is not a duck. It is not a beaver. It is a Seattle Mariners shirt. So It is rival. This is great that it worked out that it's Rivalry Week.
Yes, because you guys have a crucial 3-game set in Houston, tied with the Astros atop the AL West. Tied in your 10 games that you have already played this season.
You don't need to tell me that. That will be our main topic. Before I get to that, I've got bad news for Seahawks fans.
Oh, no.
And I think it's okay news for anybody that picked the Seahawks this weekend. I took a glance at our Take Your Pick standings. We've got 29 entries this week, which is a couple more than we had last week. So we're trying to grow this thing. I'd like to have hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds, yes.
So if you're listening and you still want to play Take Your Pick.
Let's get up to 1 million participants.
Let's have the biggest pick'em in the world. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this and you want to play the pick'em, you can still go on to my Twitter page. It's on all of the fan social pages at Fan Happy Hour. Find the Take Your Pick. You can go on. You pick all the games. You won't get credit for yesterday's game where the Bills beat the Dolphins shockingly. We will talk about that
Just
later in the program as well. It's fine. There's one team that was picked by every single entry on the pick'em.
Really?
Only one game was 100%.
Seahawks Saints?
Never a good thing.
Is that what you're telling me?
I am telling you it is. Now, for the pick'em, everybody's going to lose that game. As a Seahawks fan, I always feel like when everybody picks your team, it's not good.
Right.
So everybody is all in on the Seahawks because the Saints are terrible. The Saints have played relatively close games. We'll talk more about what has actually occurred.
Nobody has that much film on Spencer Rattler yet because he hasn't played because he's a terrible quarterback.
Well, I've got facts that will refute that. But here's the thing. If everybody picks one team, that team loses. That's one thing that I know to be true. So, listen, they're doomed. I will try to get over it. I will try to come up with reasons why it might go the other way. But I was planning out this show, and I was going to give you a reason why the Saints could win this game. Of course, I'm picking the Seahawks because I love the Seahawks. They're my team.
Yeah.
I've got a new key with a Seahawks logo on it.
You do.
And I only paid the price of a regular key for it, which I'm very happy about. But anyways, bad news when everybody goes one direction. Here's the nice thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the media. I'm looking at the people looking ahead to this weekend for baseball. They're split. People are not 100% sure what is going to happen because Seattle, as a baseball town and as a baseball team, historically not that reliable.
No.
So looking at this game, there's some weird elements to it. You've already mentioned this is a tied series. They are 5-5. They play 13 games against all their division opponents with the new schedule that they've set up with interleague play and everything that you got going on. So they have played 10 times.
Yeah.
They're 5-5. Now, the way that sets up is they had a 4-game series in Houston already. They did not win that series.
No.
They went 1-3 in that series, and that is the series that Houston had. The Mariners have won the 2 series in Seattle. This series played in Houston. I'm told that Houston is a very loud, very hostile environment.
Yes.
They have a lot of glass. They've got the train. They've got all the things in there. And you have a crowd that's used to winning. Now, I was looking back
Banging on
at
trash
this.
cans.
They're banging on trash cans or using joy buzzers, all the things that they need to win. The only people associated with baseball that don't think the Astros cheated are the 30,000 people that will be there cheering on the Astros,
Is
and
that
that
still
is
Minute
their
Maid Park,
fans.
the
I
juice?
think it still is.
Yeah.
But it may not be. I'm a little hesitant on it. Why don't you check on that?
I will check on that, sir.
In the meantime, I just wanted to give you kind of the history of this rivalry. So in 2013, the Astros were so bad that they said, we need to move somebody from the National League to the American League. Who's that team that's terrible? They had won 56 and 55 games the previous 2 years. So they're like, just move the Astros. They can be in the AL West. They don't need to be in the National League anymore. So they did the little realignment. The Astros came over. The first year, they won 51 games. I don't know if you've done any math on baseball schedules.
51
That's
games,
not great.
That's not good. Hey, look, if they played 60 games in a season, that would be fantastic.
It would be, but it
they
was
play
not.
162.
Now, here's the problem with that. The first year in the American League West, they only lost the season series. At the time, they played 19 division games.
Mm-hmm.
The Mariners were 10-9 against the Astros, who won 50 games. They nearly split the season series the first year against the Mariners. The Mariners have had an Astros problem. The next year, the Astros got a little better. They won 70 games. They still won 9 against the Mariners. Not great. Since then, there has been, up until 2022, there was 1 year that the Mariners got the better of the Astros, and it was another 10-9 victory. So the all-time record is Mariners 86, Astros 124 since they've been in the division. That includes a 3-game sweep in the playoffs in the divisional series in 2022. So it has not looked good. The bright spot here, the last 2 seasons, the Mariners have won the series.
Hey.
They've won it somewhat convincingly. 9-4 in 2023, 8-5 last year.
Mm-hmm.
They have a chance to win the division this year. Because it's for the tiebreaker,
Yes.
you get an extra win by winning the series. So if you win 2-1, you get a 2-game lead. If you win and sweep the series, you essentially get a 4-game lead. There are 6 games for both teams after this series, but that tiebreaker is huge. I told you already this week, have to win the series against the Kansas City Royals.
Yep.
Check.
And they did.
Have to win the series against the Houston Astros.
Yes. So apparently it's no longer Minute Maid
I
Park.
didn't think it was.
Daikin Park.
Daikin is a air conditioning.
You are correct,
Okay,
sir. I had to Google it because I had no darn idea.
Well, there you go.
There we
got
go.
it. Yeah, it is Daikin. And is it Daikin Field, Daikin Park, Daikin?
Let me get back here.
Because
Daikin Park.
Okay, because Safeco Field turned into T-Mobile Park.
Correct.
So it's just, I mean, those are things are all interchangeable.
Yeah.
Right?
I
And
mean-
if you go, I can't remember what the sponsor was, but Arrowhead Stadium,
Mhm.
it's whatever field at Arrowhead Stadium. So they preserved their historic name
Or like
while adding a sponsor.
or like in Denver with the football stadium. Isn't that now I want to say Invesco Field at Mile High?
Yeah, so same thing that at Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
listen, you can get creative if you want to hang on to. You could say Moda Court at the Rose Garden if you wanted to, but they've abandoned that, and everybody hates the city of Portland and Moda Health for those reasons.
Well, and now with the new ownership in town, with the people have brought up that we should just change the name altogether again and call it the Panda Garden.
Okay. Why?
Because of the Panda Express money coming in for the new ownership.
Oh, I didn't realize it was Panda Express money.
Oh, yes. The founder of Panda Express went to Oregon State.
Okay.
And yes, and so that's where like the big
Had no
money
idea.
is coming from.
Oh, let's go.
In this ownership group is the Panda Express founder. She went to Oregon State, and yeah.
Is it weird that my stomach gets a little rumbly just hearing the word Panda Express?
Hey, you know what? I
Just-
would be okay with when the Blazers score 100 points.
Yeah?
A
Instead
free,
of getting a taco?
small bowl of orange chicken.
All right.
Make it the spicy orange, and
All right.
I'm doubly on board.
There has been times in sports as a fan where I've gotten to the end of the season, and I did this with the Seahawks last year. I can't remember the exact scenario. I don't have like this perfect sports recall. We were talking about this a little bit before the show.
Mhm.
But I remember at the end of last year, the Seahawks were on the cusp of the playoffs, and I think they had to win the last final game of the season, whatever it was. But I remember having this thought, and I've had it many times, where I was like, you know what? If the Seahawks can't win this game, there was a scenario where they could lose and still get in, whatever it was. I said, if they can't win this game, I have no faith that they can do anything in the playoffs. This is where, as a Mariners fan, I am so anxious for this series in particular. If you can't beat the Astros now, you're going to have to face them in the playoffs. This should feel like a playoff environment. All 3 games are on the road. It's going to be as hostile an environment, but all the advantages go to your team. You're pitching against a team with right-handed pitchers that have a primarily right-handed lineup.
Yes.
You do not have Yordan Alvarez in there. You're missing pitchers that are starters. You're missing pitchers in the bullpen. You do not have Alex Bregman. You do not have Kyle Tucker. All of the things make the Mariners a favorite, except for the name on their jersey. That is the one thing that gives everybody apprehension. Now, these guys that are playing on this roster, we're not the ones that won 116 games and lost in the divisional series against the Yankees. These are not the Mariners.
Was when I was in college, I believe,
Yep.
and I am what the kids call old AF.
These guys are not the ones that were on the roster that prevented Felix Hernandez, one of the great pitchers of our generation, not to make a single playoff start in his entire career. These are young guys. They have a great chemistry. It is a ton of fun to watch, but they still carry all the baggage for all the fans. And all of baseball looks at it and goes, well, are the Seattle Mariners good a Seattle Mariner?
Well, they probably will. But
what? You know what? Why don't you shut up?
One quick question.
Sure.
And I feel like I bring this up only because when I was on my way home yesterday, listening to everybody's favorite show from 3 to 7, Isaac and Suk.
Everybody's favorite?
Of course it is.
Okay,
It's everybody's
just
favorite show.
Because I don't think Isaac likes that show. Really.
Well, you never know. But they were going back and forth, and I think there was some, I don't know if miscommunication or whatever, what have you, or misunderstand. The playoff format for each league.
Okay.
So you have 3 divisions.
Yes, you do.
You have 3 wild cards.
That is correct. There are 12 playoff teams every year.
And so in each conference, the League, excuse me. Sorry.
It's okay. I mean, they're literally called the American and National Leagues.
Yes.
But yes, league.
Whatever. Sorry.
You're fine.
American Football
I'm
Conference.
not mad at you.
Yes.
Move on.
The leagues. So the top 2 division winners get a bye.
Yes.
So that means you have your final division winner
Mm-hmm.
and then 3 wild card teams.
That is correct.
So that constitutes your first round of the Major League Baseball playoff.
Yes.
Okay. So that final division winner, the third one, that does not get the bye, they play the last wild card spot, I would believe. Correct?
That is correct. And,
then the
that's
top
where the
2
scenario
wild card spots play each other.
Yes, we're talking about this where the way things were positioned a couple days ago, it would have been, had the playoffs started, the Mariners had just jumped the Astros to take the division lead. And the Astros were still in the 4th spot. So that means the opening of the playoffs would have been head-to-head.
Right.
Mariners Astros.
I think I just got confused because I thought I heard somebody say, and perhaps I was wrong, that the final division winner would face the top wild card spot, and then the bottom 2 wild card spots play each other. And I was like, well, that doesn't sound right.
So it would.
That doesn't sound right.
Yes, it would. Right now, it would be Seattle, Boston. Because Boston is a 3rd wild card. So it is 3 versus 6. Now, the 2nd seed would be waiting for the winner of 3-6. And the winner, the top wild card, would wait for the 2 wild card teams. So that is how it's, because presumably the 2 seed would play the 3 seed, assuming that they would win.
So
yeah.
Just to point out, did you know that these Seattle Mariners are a scant 1 game?
That's how we start the buzz. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. We're saving all that. We've got some format. Listen, Jeff Rust.
I don't want to spoil anything.
No. I know how excited you are.
I'm so excited. My sports pants are so tight over here.
I'm happy to hear that. I hope that I've contributed in some way to your enthusiasm for this weekend, because it is overflowing.
It is.
And I have taken my fandom of the Seattle Mariners, and I feel like I've pulled you into it.
Yeah. My sports cup runneth over.
All right, let's go to In Case You Missed It. All right, the NFL is cracking down on the tush push play, also known as a brotherly shove. They are instructing officials to call it tight. They even admitted that the Eagles should have been flagged for a false start in their win over the Chiefs on said play. I don't know why they're making such a big deal about this. It's not even a football play. Why should it be subject to football rules?
See, well, here's the thing is, this is what makes me mad about this.
Yeah.
They have
Tell
to
me.
instruct the officials to call it tight. Can you not just call a regular gall darn false start or when somebody is lined up in the neutral zone?
And it happened.
They had 3 players lined up in it. And look, I'm not a guy that calls for the ban of the tush push.
Yeah.
It's a play. If you can't stop it, figure out how to stop it.
But it
to
needs
me,
to be
it's like
officiated
banning,
properly.
to me, it's like banning the shift in baseball.
Ooh, did you see what happened yesterday in the Kansas City-Seattle game?
No, I didn't.
Ooh.
But anyway,
It's a whole thing.
that to me is the whole thing. You can't ban the shift. If you can't beat it, teach your guys how to hit the other way for crying out loud.
Listen, I am with you on that. But those
yes.
that I'm better with that rule than the banning of the tush push. Somebody needs to figure out a way to stop it.
Well, just call the false start.
I don't
These officials are on the field for a reason. You can see when a guy is lined up over the football. Blow your damn whistle.
You seem angry.
I am. It
Okay.
makes me
Okay.
angry.
All right.
I am.
All right.
Fire up.
Can I go to the next one?
Yeah, I guess.
In case you missed it, New York Yankees infielder Jazz Chisholm took a foul tip directly off his own groin during a game against the Baltimore Orioles. Boy, hope it didn't hit hard enough to jazz his Chisholm. Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw officially announced his retirement after 18 years, stating that he is at peace with it. I hope so. I'd probably be at peace too if I was retiring from tossing a leather-encased ball of yarn for 18 years and I got to retire with $314 million in career earnings. You're at peace? Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Rough life, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at peace.
So
with it.
hard.
Yeah.
And I spent my entire career
poor
in Los
guy.
Angeles.
It's a celebrity everywhere I went.
It's not like you were in Minneapolis for 18 years.
Barf.
Cleveland.
Following the crucial turnover against the Bills, Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa was given an unflattering nickname on social media. The nickname Tua Turned the Ball Over, which has been briefly trending on X. Better than his other nickname, Tua Tuda Blue Tenta. Tuda Blue Tent.
Oh, it took me a second. To the blue tent.
To the
yeah,
blue tent.
that's the injury tent, right?
Yeah, that's where you go when your head gets cracked into the turf,
Yeah.
which is his other problem.
Yeah.
Phillies outfielder Nick Castellanos recently expressed sympathy for the woman involved in the Phillies Karen home run incident, suggesting she was a frustrated person who just needed a home run ball. I think she's right. Cal Raleigh, if you're listening, I hear the most frustrated fans in baseball are Mariners fans that live in Houston. So, sure, if you hit 6 home runs in Houston this weekend, it would probably help the Mariners win this series. But more importantly, it would end human suffering. So, if we could maybe just do that for my sake, in the sake of the world, bring people together instead of driving people apart.
Absolutely.
If you could please do that for me, that would be fantastic.
Please.
All right, the Daily Buzz is next. Happy Hour on 105.1 The Fan.
Top headlines, trending topics, and trivial matters that got our attention. It's the Daily Buzz on the Fan Happy Hour.
The Buzz.
Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
All right, kids. Seattle Mariners, Houston Astros, Game 1, 5:10 first pitch, live from Houston, the Daikin Park. Is that what we had? It's like Lincoln Park?
Yeah. Yeah.
Daikin Park hosting Brian Wu against Hunter Brown. These are two guys that have had great seasons. Wu's got the advantage with 14 wins compared to only 12 for Hunter Brown, but Brown wins in the ERA. And it's going to be quite the battle. ESPN, I'm looking at their preview right now. Mariners are favored on the betting line, but the ESPN analytics give it to the Astros. Throw all that garbage out the window. Who cares? This is a team that has owned the Mariners the majority of the time that they have been in division. And if you're going to become one of those teams that is expected to win, you need to beat the team that's ahead of you. 7 straight division titles for the Astros. The Mariners trying to become that team that sits atop the mountain.
Yeah. If you're going to become that team that is expected to win, you need to start winning.
This is the time. It is all in front of them. The Mariners control their own destiny.
Mm-hmm.
It starts tonight. I cannot wait for this game.
This will be fun.
It's going to be
also,
a great weekend.
Sunday's game got flexed into the ESPN's Sunday night baseball game.
I don't even know that it got flexed into it. I believe that
I saw it a couple
pinned.
weeks ago.
Okay. Well,
yes,
they got
got
exactly
flexed.
what they wanted.
Yeah.
This is going to be quite the rivalry, and it will culminate with baseball, Sunday night baseball, which is going to be fantastic. Where does everybody stand in the division? Very, very close. Your Seattle Mariners hold the tiebreaker for now over the Houston Astros, but all that could change very quickly.
These bits are going to give me an entire new appreciation for Eddie Vedder.
I'm glad that I can do that. The Tigers are just 1 game ahead of the Seattle Mariners. The Boston Red Sox are only 1 game behind the Seattle Mariners. The Astros are in a virtual deadlock with the Seattle Mariners. It is all very, very tight. We will see what happens. The Guardians 2.5 games behind the Mariners. And they have 3 more
God
with
I have
the
a life
Tigers.
insurance policy through the working.
Just got to win. What did you say? Just win, baby?
Just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
The Buzz.
Everybody in the Fan Happy Hour Pick'em has the Seattle Seahawks in it. I do not like that. I am not confident with it. It makes me now think that the Saints have a chance. You mentioned Spencer Rattler. Let me give you the accounting so you can make your own decisions on it. Can I give you the numbers first?
Yeah, you can, but still.
Jeez. Spencer Rattler, rookie last year, came in and started 6 games for the New Orleans Saints, who were constantly injured, and he ended up being thrown in just for spot duty with a team that everybody knew wasn't going anywhere. They had a lame duck coach. They had a triage unit as their roster. He started 6 games. He completed 130 of his 228 attempts for a 57% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That give you any confidence?
No.
I would hope not. So far this year, he has started 2 games. He is still 0-2. He was 0-6 last year. He is 0-8 overall. That part makes you think that this is going to be a piece of cake. His completion percentage up from 57 to 65. Much better.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Is he great? Not saying that. Is he better? Yes. Now, here's the other problem.
Are we setting the bar low enough to trip over? Is that what we're doing here?
We're setting it where he said it. Listen, if you said that your quarterback through 2 games was throwing 65% of his passes complete and had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, you'd be feeling good about that. You know who doesn't have no interceptions?
Yeah, well,
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm just, listen,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. A lot of people are saying.
Okay, calm it down. Here's the other thing that you're competing with. Alvin Kamara has played against the Seattle Seahawks 3 times.
Okay.
Would you like some of his numbers?
Sure.
Dude is averaging 178 yards per game.
Oh, that's a lot.
That is a lot. He has totaled 534 all-purpose yards. Now, he only has 2 touchdowns against the Seahawks in those games. And this is a bend but don't break defense. That's the way it's designed to be. But the dude is averaging 180 yards per game.
That's pretty good.
So Spencer Rattler plus Alvin Kamara. The other thing that you've got going, and I know that he was not a great head coach, Brendan Staley, is your defensive coordinator, who people have much admiration for. The first 2 games the Saints have looked okay.
Yeah.
They could go 0-3 against the NFC West, or they could finally pick up their first win this weekend. Again, you people playing the take your pick have all picked them. You knew I was going to pick them. There was even one pick for the Browns on there. There was one pick for the Dolphins against the Bills on there. The only team that does not have a single pick for them is the New Orleans Saints, which in my experience, they're going to win the stupid game. I told you first. If they do. I'm not happy about it. I'm not picking them. I'm not telling you they will. But if they do, don't come to me and be like, how did that happen?
I will now
it's your fault.
I will now be watching this game with bated breath.
All right. We have a great guest. We have the battle of the former Ducks quarterbacks, Denver Broncos against the Chargers. I have called a comedian friend who is a season ticket holder for the Chargers. So we'll talk to John Hilder next. Before we do that, we need to go over to the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk.
This is a Rivalry Week edition of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson, brought to you by Roto-Rooter. Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
All right, well, Luka Lama Ding Dong. Oregonians being asked to turn off their lights tonight. The reason?
You tell me.
4.2 million birds are expected to be in the skies during one night of peak migration season, which lasts through mid-October. The number of birds expected to fly over Oregon dips a bit Saturday, which is tomorrow, to around 3.1 million. It'll pick up again on Sunday when projections say more than 5 million birds will fill the sky. Aero Eco Lab issues the alerts using weather and atmospheric data to model bird behavior. The reasoning is birds use the stars to help guide them. So,
so if the lights are on the ground,
pollution,
if the lights are on the ground, they won't know which way is up?
Basically. So my final question is, Luke, why does your state hate birds?
Well, I mean, listen, our state has the Seahawks, and they're a bird.
Yeah.
So
where is your state lights out night?
Our state bird is a goldfinch. Is not migratory. It is a what's the opposite of migratory? Non-migratory bird.
Just stationary.
Yeah. What's the state bird here in Oregon? You jerk.
So we're just calling it a Washington blind spot? Is that it?
I guess so. Listen, there's a lot more water. We've got the whole Puget Sound. There's no lights there. I don't know. I don't know. We hate birds.
You hate birds.
Well,
except for Seahawks,
birds,
which, by the way, is not an actual real damn bird.
It's an osprey. It's another name for osprey. Don't be stupid. Osprey equals Seahawk. Seahawk equals osprey. And are birds even real?
No.
Okay.
No, they're fake.
There you go. That's why.
More actual sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson. Weekdays 2 to 3. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. On the Fan Happy Hour.
You're an entertainer. It's a simple job, okay?
Today's guest may not be qualified, but they care way too much. And that's what matters.
Make us happy, monkey.
Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
All right, welcome into another Fan Club Friday. This segment bringing in comedians that I know, that I don't know, that are in Portland, that are out of Portland. I'm trying to find a fanatic to talk about the upcoming games for this weekend. Today we welcome in John Hilder. John and I started performing comedy together when I first started. I remember meeting John for the first time, one of the more fearless comics I know, and John, has it been 20 years that you've been doing stand-up, or it's got to be close?
It is 21 yesterday, actually.
Hey, congratulations. Happy anniversary, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Well, thanks for joining me on the show. We'll talk about the Chargers, because you're a big Chargers fan now. Has that always been the case?
It has not always been the case. I grew up in Utah, as you may have remembered.
I do.
No NFL teams there, so you kind of just pick and choose as a kid, and I, for some reason, just picked the 49ers. I just decided, like, Steve Young played at BYU. They were good at the time. It was probably a little bit of a bandwagon situation. But then 4 years ago, or actually more like 6 years ago, I met my wife on Tinder.
Hey, there you go. Congratulations there. That is more common than I think people realize, Tinder marriages.
The Tinder love story, yeah.
Did you find all your guests on Tinder, like fill out the whole, congregation for your wedding on Tinder, just fill it up with like people that didn't work out with?
That's exclusively who we had there, yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. As I would hope.
Yes. But she's born and raised Southern California, been a Chargers fan her whole life, and I jumped on that real quick. And when I fell hard, man.
Oh,
this is my team.
All right. So you're in love with a girl and a football team, all through Tinder. But before we get into that, so you do a couple trips a year up to the Portland area. How much do you like doing stand-up up in this direction?
I love it up there. It's beautiful. I did Lincoln City, the Chinook Winds Casino, a couple months ago. Always love getting out on the coast, even though it was July and it was freezing.
Well, that's kind of the way we do it. If you need to cool down, we had it was my 40th birthday. It was 117 degrees here, and the coast was overrun with people because it drops 30 degrees. So
I was there that weekend.
I bet you were.
Yeah, because we got the hell out of town.
I'll bet you were. For anybody looking on YouTube, John Hilder, obviously a very handsome man, but you told me you made some physical enhancements since you and I hung out last.
I did, yeah. When we met, I had some pretty jacked up teeth, and since then I've been able to go ahead and treat myself to some new teeth, or at least I don't know if they are new. I got them in Mexico. They could be used.
There you go. But you went full something about Mary. You went, hey, I like this guy's style. Was that the move?
I went big. I went full chiclets. They're pretty large.
All right. Well, hey, listen, everybody's got to have a look. They've got to have a hook. And so as a performer, I was looking online, and it was funny because I just asked you, I go, hey, any stories you want to hit while we're on the air? And you're like, I'd love to talk about my giant Mexican teeth that I got.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with sports, but I love it to talk
Hey,
about
listen, we're trying to get people to fall in love with you. So the next time you're up here for Chinook Winds or in Portland, they'll come out and see you tell jokes. So, all right. Well, tell me what I need to know about this. So you've been a Chargers fan for all of 6 years. There's the big rivalry week this weekend. We've got Oregon Ducks against the Oregon State Beavers, but in pro football, you've got Oregon Ducks quarterback Bo Nix for the Denver Broncos against Oregon quarterback Justin Herbert for the Los Angeles Chargers. How in love with Justin Herbert are you?
Oh, so much. I think it was disrespectful of Bo Nix to even wear his number 10. I thought that was like, how dare you?
Trashing on him already. Well,
they should have retired it.
Well, they don't do that a lot in college football because they have 175 guys on the roster, so it makes it very difficult to field. You already got guys wearing numbers on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, but Herbert's that good.
What's it like as a season ticket holder? It felt like, at least until recent years, maybe the Jim Harbaugh years, like when did Los Angeles fully embrace, or have they fully embraced the Chargers?
I still think it's in the process, man. You go to these games, like we have season tickets, so we go to most of the home games, and they generally feel like road games.
Do they really?
That's it's usually at least 50% road. Depending on the team, it's more like 80. Like when we play the Raiders or the Steelers,
yeah,
those are like 80%. for the other team. It's getting better with the Harbaugh era. It was hard to get people to like really get excited about the Brandon Staley era.
Yeah, well, Brandon Staley, I've already warned people against him. He's good at defensive coordinating, but probably not the best head coach. I did hear, was it Cowherd that said the greatest coach of all time is Jim Harbaugh?
I just heard him say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of his ability to like bring up bad teams.
Voldemort said that.
Yeah, Voldemort. So we've got, you were telling me that the Raiders games are particularly bizarre, I would imagine, because there's probably a lot of homegrown Los Angeles Raiders fans, even though they've moved 17 times. How different, how weird are those games to go to where you're technically the home team, but there's no way you're the home team?
No, those ones, they literally changed the rules in our stadium. Like, they stopped serving alcohol at halftime, and you can't double fist because they
won't even give you 2 beers. Like, that's the common thing, is you can get 2 beers, so you make friends in the beer line if people aren't getting beers, so you can get 4 beers. They won't let you even take 2 away from the concessions.
You can't have 2 beers.
Oh, wow.
And so my wife went super hard in the first half. She was schmammered by the third quarter.
And then you're cut off, right?
Yeah, but then you're cut off.
Isn't it
normal? The thing about that is like, we saw a fight, but it was between 2 Raiders fans.
Well, that checks out. That doesn't seem weird at all to me.
Yeah, nothing about that is odd.
No. Well, that kind of checks out. I mean, you get SoCal where you just get people that are insane anyways, and every time the 49ers and Raiders would play in the preseason, there'd always be like a stabbing, like just for fun in the parking lot,
just casual
outside
of.
Stabbing. But yeah, I don't think there's any love lost. I mean, you play twice a year, and when both of those games were in SoCal, you just went to the Raiders-Chargers game in Las Vegas, though. What was that?
We were just there for Monday Night Football.
What was that experience like? Because I've heard that stadium's awesome.
It's beautiful, but I honestly think SoFi spoils me because I think as nice as Allegiant is, SoFi is just a little bit nicer with the indoor-outdoor kind of flow that they have. But Allegiant's amazing, man, and the fans were surprisingly cool. Like, in good spirits considering they were getting spanked by us.
Well, you're a Las Vegas local, so how much has Vegas embraced the team? I know they took the hockey team under their wing, but I remember when I was living there, it was, hey, who's your team? And the response was always, what's the line?
That's exactly it. It's whatever the line is, that's the team.
Yeah, exactly.
But, it's, they've embraced it. I actually think there were a lot of Raiders fans here already because of the California imports that we get. You remember that? How many people moved here from? And so there was a lot already. And I think but I don't know. I feel like those are kind of road games too. It's become a destination for fans to come see their team here. I think if I was a diehard Raiders fan, I'd actually be really annoyed going to those games.
Well, I am very anxious this weekend. My Seattle Mariners have a big series in Houston, and it's a chance to win. One of the things as a Mariners fan that I've always hated is when there's expectations and people start talking about you as a World Series team, just like, everybody shut up. I feel like the Chargers have that same kind of legacy, but through 2 games, you beat the Chiefs, you go and get a win against Las Vegas. Justin Herbert is the golden boy. The greatest coach in the history of football is Jim Harbaugh. How comfortable are you with expectations?
It is my least favorite thing in the world. The fact that you're saying so many nice things right now feels like you're cursing us.
I'm not saying them. I'm repeating what I would never. I have enough respect.
Well enough to know.
I would never say anything nice about you specifically or Chargers.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that respect. I just think you wouldn't say nice things.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But no, it's like a lifetime of being a Jazz fan. It's like anytime people said we were good, we would drink the Kool-Aid and just immediately suck. And I think the Chargers have a history of doing the exact same thing, where if people believe in us, we're going to be bad. But I think I believe that it's different with Harbaugh. I think he's good at just getting past all that and just being the weirdo that he is. He'll just distract them with something else.
All right. Well, you just made your own mistake. So Broncos win by how much this weekend?
They're going to lose by 8, I believe.
All right. So Chargers by 8 over the Broncos. You heard it here. John Hilder, comedian. He's up in this direction a couple times a year. You and I will definitely have a beer the next time you come through and hang out, my friend. I appreciate you joining me.
I'm going to give me that Super Mario Kart back, by the way. You still have it.
I have your Super Mario Kart?
You on my SNES. You borrowed it and you never gave it back when you moved.
Oh, dude.
You know what?
Never forget.
That's payback. We were playing
That's
Duck
not
Hunt.
cool, man.
We were playing Duck Hunt, and I promised you that I could beat level 22 or something. I got there, and you and Gooch came into the room, and somebody kicked the NES, and I never got to finish that game. So it's payback. So if you really want it back, come up here, and you have to beat me at Duck Hunt, and I'll give it back to you.
John dropping some late bombs here.
Fair trade. All right, I'll come back there and take it from you.
All right, there, yeah, you're gonna have to earn it. I'll fight you to the death. John, thanks. Great to talk to you, my friend, and I look forward to catching up soon.
Appreciate it.
All right. That's John Hilder, a great comedian. If you're in Las Vegas, go to johnhilder.com and you can find where he's at. He performs all over Las Vegas, all over the West Coast, all over the country. So go and check him out. Very funny guy. Absolutely fearless comic. He moved straight from Salt Lake City or somewhere in Utah and just brought every Mormon joke that he possibly could and went dark quick.
You're just trying to avoid the NES theft talk.
No, hey, listen, I'm fine with it. But hey, listen, I promised I would get to it. I had every duck killed on there, and I didn't get a chance to set the record. And you can't start over at that point.
Right now,
I was ready to go, man. So listen, he took something from me. I took something from him. I don't back down from that. All right, let's do one more for the road. We'll do it next. Happy Hour on 105.1 The Fan and The Fan Sports Network.
Relax, hotshot.
Welcome back to the Fan Happy Hour. We're about to wrap things up.
Maybe you guys like what I have so far?
Wicked woman, cool creams and misters. You got a cool spell on me.
Let's grab one more for the road.
Come on, everybody. Everything's smooth.
Here's Luke Anderson.
All right, Mr. Rust. Anything good on the text toy or the YouTube chat or smoke signals or carrier pigeons that we need to know about?
Coming on the text line, dude, this week last year, the Dolphins coming into Seattle with a Skylar Thompson at quarterback. Somehow the spread opened at 4 and didn't change. Everyone overthought it. Maybe Vegas knew something we didn't know. Nope. Seattle annihilated them. They'll be fine against the Saints. Rattlers' first time outside the dome this season. Seattle's best defense at generating pressure. That's from Jordan on the text line.
Listen, none of the logic screams that the Saints were going to win. I had every intention of giving you the Kamara and the Rattler stats as a, hey, just don't take them too lightly. They're still going to lose. But then when I saw that every single person picked them, one person picked the Browns to win this weekend. Do you know who the Browns are playing this weekend?
But it's somebody they're absolutely not going to beat.
Okay. These things become very important when you look at it because you've got the 2-0 and the 0-2 matchups, and you have the Green Bay Packers, who are a Super Bowl favorite, going against the 0-2 Cleveland Browns.
It's in Cleveland.
And did you pick the Browns?
No. Of course I didn't.
Someone picked the Dolphins to win last night. And listen, I got a text message from my brother yesterday going, the Dolphins might actually win this. Weird things happen on Thursday nights, especially in the first 3 quarters. But what usually happens is teams that are terrible at football end up being terrible at football by doing very stupid things in moments that matter. First, you have the running into the kicker, which of course leads to a touchdown because they're the Dolphins. So you make a stupid mistake, and then the good team piles on to that mistake. And then, of course, you turn it over when you have a chance to go down and tie it up because that's what bad teams do. So, validated on that, but I've seen it too many times. Everybody picks, especially my team. So I'm glad that, listen, ESPN's got the Astros winning this game. I'm fine with that. You can pick against my team all day. If I believe they're going to win, I'm sticking with it. Everybody picks it, I'm going the other way. Anything else we need to...
Well, no, because we're running out of time, so we got to get to...
Very, very quickly, it is rivalry week, and you have the Ducks and the Beavers are taking a hiatus next year. They'll be back in 2027. A lot of people said that the true rival of the Ducks is the Huskies, whatever it is. If this is truly a big brother, little brother scenario, and we'd like to keep the rivalry going, Ducks, if you're the big brother, if you're the fans down there, don't kick somebody while they're down. What happened to the Huskies to the Cougars and the Beavers is a travesty. The fact that they're in a league by themselves playing twice against each other this year is stupid. The Ducks are a great team. They do a great job entertaining their fans. Put your arms around Beavers fans. Celebrate together. It's been one of the best rivalries over the years. It's been a ton of fun. Don't kick somebody while they're down. Don't run up the score. But more importantly, fan to fan, celebrate what you've had. Have a great time. I hope it doesn't turn into anything stupid by people just being mean or being ornery or whatever it is. Play the game fun. Play the game fair. If Oregon's a better team, win by as much as you need to. But I hope the fans appreciate what they've had and
Real
it comes
quick,
back
I
as soon as
disagree.
possible.
After last week, you got to go out there and you got to pound those Beavers.
Thank you, Jeff Rust. You always know the right thing to say, and that's why I love you. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, fans, for listening. Thank you, Isaac Ropp. We are done for now. Bye-bye.
Aloha, Portland sports fans.